How do we change things? Well, let's take a look at the organizational model of the educational system, and then let's take a look at our model. Watch this real closely. Here's an individual with the 5 senses. And this is going to be a graphic illustration of what's happening here. Person goes to school. And what do? They hear what the teacher's saying. Now you hear with your ears. You hear with your ears. They're for hearing. Odds are pretty good. If you hear, you'll gather the information. Gathering information is exactly what it implies. It's gathering information. It's the books piling up in the consciousness. And you better be consciously aware of what's in the books, because you're going to get a test. And they come along and they give you a test. They want to remember. Find out, do you remember what's in those books? So they give you a test. And if you answer all the questions right, they'll say you know. That's not knowing. That's not knowing at all. But that's what we call it. Now, that's the way school operates. You hear what the teacher's saying. You remember what's in the books. You answer more right than wrong, and you'll pass. Now, let's go the way we do it. It's not a matter of hearing. You got to listen. You don't listen with your ears. You listen with your emotions. You got to let yourself, you got to get that right inside. You got to let yourself get emotionally involved in this. This is the teacher's responsibility. I got to get your attention. I got to hold your attention till he gets you really locked into it. Now, odds are pretty good. If you listen, you will learn. You're not learning right now. You're gathering information right now. I want you to listen. Now, really listen carefully. You are gathering information. You are not learning in here. You're gathering information. If you're going to learn something, you got to do it when you get out of here. Now, what is learning? Learning is not what school says. Learning is not being able to answer the questions in the book. Let's say you learn so much. What did Hoffer say? The learned will find themselves beautifully equipped to deal with a world that no longer exists. There's no such thing as a learned person. You're either learning or you're not. Learning is when you consciously entertain an idea, you get emotionally involved in the idea, you step out and act on the idea, you do it. Yet you change the end result. The learning experience is the feedback that comes to your consciousness from the idea you thought about that you got emotionally involved in, they act on, and it changes the result. The learning is the feedback that comes to our consciousness. I know that if I think this and I get involved in emotionally and I tap out and act on it, then I'll change the results. I have learned something. That's not what school does. Okay? You don't change things by fighting existing reality. You build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete.